This was the tactical battle between Inter and Milan. When Fonseca's side had possession, one of the midfielders dropped back to join the center backs, while the fullbacks positioned themselves in line with Reinders. Morata and Pulisic played key roles, starting near the midfield line, but advancing into the spaces between the lines to create passing options. When Inter tried to force Milan to play backward, Milan found spaces behind Inter's forwards. As we've seen, Pulisic often drifted inside, positioning himself level with Inter's midfield line. Since Inter only had 3 players covering the width, it was difficult for them to close down the space. Pulisic frequently attacked the space behind the midfielders with the ball. This space was created by Morata's off-the-ball movements, pulling the defensive line with him. As a result, Pulisic could either drive into that space or combine with a teammate to find Morata. Morata was crucial in the build-up, using his intelligence to find positional advantage and become the free player in his half, helping the center backs advance the play. When Inter dropped back, Milan tried to quickly position 4 attackers against Inter's defensive line, with DiMarco dropping back slowly. However, they failed to fully exploit this advantage, forcing Morata to drop deeper, create a passing option, and play the ball quickly out wide. The first goal began from an Inter throw-in, where Milan quickly recovered possession. Morata headed the ball towards Pulisic, who managed to regain control after a poor touch from Inter's player. He spotted the free space behind Inter's midfield line, while Abraham pulled a Serbi away, creating a gap between the center backs. With neither center back able to close the space, Pulisic took advantage and scored. Inzaghi's side effectively nullified Fonseca's build-up by pressing with 5 players in Milan's half, strategically marking the players closest to the ball. When Pulisic or Morata dropped deeper to create passing lanes, Inter's center backs immediately stepped up to press, keeping the team compact. Similarly, Milan aimed to nullify Inter's build-up by having Abraham press one of the center backs, while 4 players positioned behind him blocked the passing lanes to the midfielders. This forced Inter to be precise with their passes to the midfield, but Milan's defenders were ready to step up and press in those areas. Inter started their build-up with 3 center backs, but once they moved into the opponent's half, they adjusted their shape, leaving only 2 players at the back. This allowed them to form 4 vertical connections between the defense and the forwards, shaping into a 2-3-2-3. The 2 midfield lines worked to occupy the spaces between the lines, while the attackers pinned the opposition's center backs. Unable to find space through the central channels, Inter adjusted their approach by having DiMarco and Dumfries join the 2 strikers, creating a 4 versus 4 situation in the final third. They often switched the ball to DiMarco, which resulted in a 3 versus 3 in the box, with Dumfries positioned at the far post, ready to head the ball for the strikers. Inter primarily attacked down the right side, where Pavard moved outside to exploit the space created by Dumfries. He delivered key passes to the strikers, making runs into the box, but Milan's center backs held strong. The equalizer resulted from similar movements. Martinez found himself between the full-back and center back, drawing both defenders toward him. Barella spotted the space created by this movement and switched the ball to DiMarco. He played on first touch to Martinez, and with a dribble, he attracted 3 players, creating space for DiMarco, who scored. In the second half, Milan defended deeper to establish numerical superiority in the final third, while Inter aimed to create overloads on the flanks. This movement drew Milan's fullbacks out of position, opening space in the defensive line for DiMarco and Martinez. However, Milan's center backs remained solid, effectively covering those gaps. As Inter's defensive mindset was to cover the passing lines, Milan started to take advantage of the space that they gave. Since Inter dropped back when a player advanced with the ball, when a midfielder decided to jump to press, one Milan's midfielder moved behind him to receive the ball and could keep advancing with the ball until the final third, where the strikers received the ball to switch the play to the other side. Inter had game superiority, but Milan had individual superiority, thanks to Leao and Pulisic. In this half, Leao made several runs into the box, successfully getting past defenders to assist his teammates. For the second goal, Gabbia started on the edge of the box uncovered and made a diagonal run behind Fratesi, while Abraham attracted 2 defenders. Thus, Gabbia could score with no defensive pressure. Leave your thoughts about the tactics that we've seen. Drop a like if you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. This video is brought to you by Play by Metrica Sports, the fundamental tool for every coach and analyst. Use this coupon for 10% off.